Yo, what's going on, snipers, and welcome back to our Carolina Hurricanes franchise mode. So last episode we had the off season, and we ran into a bit of a problem in terms of our goaltending situation, because Ulanov is listed as a backup, and he currently is a 79 overall, and that leaves Alexander Nedeljkovic as the scratch goaltender. The thing is, though, Nedeljkovic is younger, he's got less trade value than somebody like Peter Mrazek. So I think I'm going to actually move Mrazek, even though he's been a good goaltender and he won us one Stanley Cup already. Nedeljkovic had a very good regular season last year, and it was his first year in the NHL as well. As you can see, he went 12-3-2 with like a 935 save percentage and a less than a 2 goals against average. So I feel like Nedeljkovic could be a really good starting goaltender this year. So we're going to actually trade away Mrazek, and we're going to trade him to probably the Ottawa Senators, because I was looking at who wants him, and the Ottawa Senators want him. The reason being is because the Ottawa Senators have a very, very weak goaltending combination. Like, that's the reason they missed the playoffs last year, I think. Like, I'll show you guys it now. It's pretty crazy. I've never seen a goaltending combination that weak in the NHL. So, as you can see with the Sens here, their goaltending combination, everybody is in the AHL pretty much. Their best goaltender is Brian Elliott at a 78, and then Hogberg is a 77. Other than that, though, they have like barely anything. Like, all these other guys are like 70s and 60s. Like, this is a very weak goaltending combination. So in order to trade away Mrazek to there, we're going to also have to take back a goaltender from this trade. So we'll just throw in somebody that has like, could be an AHL backup maybe for LaFontaine. So Mrazek going to the Sens, considering they want him, and he is they're listed currently as a rebuilding team, which is a good thing, because that means when we trade for this first round pick, hopefully it becomes a lottery contention pick and we get like a franchise player out of it. I don't know who's available at the draft, but like I said, as you can see, there's too many goaltenders, so we'll have to throw in a goaltender with bare minimum trade value. I was going to try and add in Jordan Hall, but I think he's got too much trade value. We're going to try and see if it goes through first. If not, we'll take back somebody else. So will this go through? And it is rejected. Okay. How about if we just add in somebody? How much money is Craig Anderson making? Oh, he's not making that much. You know what? Yeah, we could take Craig Anderson back as an AHL backup. Yeah, you know what? That's what we'll do. He's making salary, and it's only for one more year. And rejected. Still too far off. Wow. Okay. This might be actually harder than I thought, just because they're a rebuilding team. Salmonen, that guy's got low trade value as well, and that's insufficient. We might actually have to add something to this deal. Like, we might have to add one of our draft picks. Like, I feel this is more worth it than trading away Nedeljkovic. We will add in a 5th rounder. Rejected, too far off. Damn, this is gonna be tough. How about a 4th? Too far off. I could always give up my 1st, but then I'm risking a lot. We could give in our 3rd. This is the highest pick I'm willing to give up, because I'm not giving up our 1st. And that is accepted. So we basically have a potential lottery pick if Mrazek has a really bad season in Ottawa, but if for some reason he carries them to the Cup Finals, that trade will not look that good, probably. So we got another 1st round pick, and our team looks pretty good. So let's start up the Year 5 simulation and see if we could still have a good year with Nedeljkovic as our starter and Ulanov as our backup. So we'll do the preseason, and then I think I'm gonna put Ulanov in for the first game of the season, and we will slow sim it just to see how Ulanov plays in his NHL debut. So here in the preseason, we are 3-0, make that 4-0. Good stuff. Hopefully that continues. Scouting assignment. I'll check the draft class in a sec, actually, too. What do we want to even scout? We have so much prospects in a lot of situations. Let's just go defenseman, I guess. Maybe find a replacement for somebody like Falk, even though we got a medium elite defenseman at last year's draft. And we are going to go, what is the record? 5-1-1 in the preseason. Pretty solid. And Skinner was over point per game. I just want to quickly check how Ulanov did in the preseason, because I think he probably would have played at least one game, but you never know. Yeah, he went. Wow, yes. Ulanov, 2 games, 2-0 with a 967 save percentage and a 65 or .65 goals against average. Damn. He didn't actually face that much shots in 2 games though either. He only faced 31 shots in 2 games. Damn. So good performance in the preseason from Ulanov. That has earned him a starting role, at least for game 1 of the season. Even though it's against St. Louis, I feel like he has a chance to stone somebody like Tarasenko, who's also a fellow Russian, so he probably knows him pretty well. Maybe from KHL days, I don't know. So Ulanov, we will give you the starting role for game number 1 of the season. I'll probably just check to make sure he's actually in that starting role when we get to there. I'm hoping he has a very good first game, and hopefully he has a good rookie season in general. Okay, so lines are set. Let's just make sure Ulanov is still in there. Come on. Goalies. No, it switched again. There you go. So Nedeljkovic is actually an 84, but still he should simulate pretty good, I think, considering his rookie season. He played really good as a backup. If he doesn't play good, then maybe we could get 2 lottery picks, which is not necessarily a bad thing. So first game of the career for Sergei Ulanov. Let's see how he performs on home ice too against the St. Louis Blues. First period, and it is 1-0. Nicely done. Ulanov not letting a goal in the first period. We outshot them 12-6 as Teravainen has the only goal. Second period, and it's still 1-0. Nicely done. Ulanov making 14 saves throughout 2 periods. Looking good here so far. Third period underway. There you go. Julian Gauthier makes it 2-0. And Logan Brown will make it 3-0. Nicely done, boys. And Josh Anderson scores a goal in his debut, making it 4-0. Nice penalty kill there. Last 5 minutes of the game, and Nikas adds 1 to make it a 5-0 game. This is a pretty good debut. And Schwartz beats Ulanov to break his shutout on the 20th shot, but he still makes 19 saves in his debut, so a pretty good performance. Got very close to getting his first NHL shutout as well. So there's all the player stats. Teravainen had like 4 points in the first game of the season. Damn. So Ulanov does not get a star, unfortunately, just because he let in a goal, I think. But other than that, that was a very good debut for him. So let's just go fast simulation now, because I'd like to get up to the trade deadline in this video, or maybe like the entire season if we're playing really good, or something like that. Like, it depends how good we actually play in this episode. So let's go up to December the 1st, I think that is. Hopefully we could continue to play good after that first game, because a 5-1 win over somebody like St. Louis is pretty good. And we've already suffered an injury. So Martin Nikas has been injured with a fractured ankle, and he won't be back till November the 24th. So that's actually a pretty long-term injury right off the get-go. Luckily, we have players that could play center, I think, like Aston Reese. Wait, actually, don't we have a center that's scratched? No, we don't. Okay, so we'll put in Aston Reese as the 4th-line center now, because he's got 70 on the draw. Wait, actually, Louis Teravainen. Yeah, Louis Teravainen's the type of guy that could take face-offs, so that's not actually that bad, because I think Louis Teravainen could still play good, and Wall is a decent player. But still, it sucks to lose Nikas, because Nikas last year was like a plus 25 during the regular season, so I'm hoping for big things from him this year. Cal Clutterbuck in the 7th for a 5th. No, thank you. Why would I want Cal Clutterbuck? The guy's a dirty bastard. Excuse my language if you don't like me saying that sort of stuff, but whatever. 3-3-1 so far. 4-3-1. There's another loss. So this has been kind of an up and down start to the season, but you never know. We could go on a winning streak soon or a losing streak. There's back-to-back losses, not scoring a lot of goals. A shootout loss, so that's technically 3 losses in a row. I think that was just the 4th. But we start off November with a nice 6-5 win, so our offense showing up to start November. Yeah, it's definitely showed up for the first 3 games, scoring an average of 5 goals a game. Scouting assignment, what do we want to scout? Oh yeah, we should check the draft class soon too, just so I could see if I actually traded for a good draft class, because if it's a weak draft class, it might not have been a good move. So 7, 6, and 4 so far in our first 17 games. Yeah, it's not looking necessarily that good yet, but like we could have a very good second half of the season for all I know. So Nikas is back. That is great news. There you go. Did he even have any points in the first game of the season? Oh, it's still listing with Ryan. Yeah, he had 3 points. How much games did he play before he got injured even? 3 games. So he was actually a very good piece on the team before his injury. So hopefully he could stay out of the injury box again, or getting re-injured. Yeah, this season's not looking too good so far. But there's a nice 7-1 win over Buffalo. We could still turn it around though, because we're still close to 500. Our AHL team is actually killing it too, so that is good. Well, is actually killing it. They're not as well because we're not playing good. Oregon offered Brandon Dubinsky in his 7th for a 4th. No thanks. I don't think I really need Dubinsky, because I'd have to scratch somebody that I don't want to necessarily. And there you go. So 8-4 win over Toronto. Nice. So we finish up to December the 1st with a 9, 10, and 6 record. We definitely need to improve our defensive game a bit, I think. Hannafin's almost a point per game currently. We're only actually 3 points back of a playoff spot, and it's Columbus that's in the last spot, and they're 10, 8, and 7, which is a pretty weird record. So we actually still have a chance. Well, we always have a chance, but still, like, we're not actually that far back. So yeah, we have a lot of guys that are actually producing pretty well. How about plus minus? Which lines are not playing good? Oh, it's Kempe and Goche and stuff like that. Huh. Might have to make some line changes with that. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Just like kind of hopefully spark the offense between that line a bit, and hopefully they play better defensively. Because obviously we kind of want to make it back to the playoffs, considering we've been in the Cup Finals the last 2 years. So it's this line that's not playing that good. Nikas is still a plus though. You know what, let's move Goche up, put Anderson down. Maybe Anderson could help these guys out, because Anderson is currently a +3 and he's been performing offensively. So yeah, that should be the only move I need to make right now. And yeah, I'll show you guys the draft class now. Might as well, because I want to see who we could potentially get this offseason. We have a pretty good offensive or prospect pool right now, but okay, so Clarkson elite. So there's elites, and guys, why does it say low elite? It's so weird. This guy could be a franchise player maybe. Edward Hilbert. Okay. Rathje, another Rathje. Last year there was like Junior Rathje. Now this year there's Ronnie Rathje. Jack Sillinger. It's not the strongest draft either, but we might be able to get still a pretty good pick if Ottawa plays like shit. Goalies. There's not much either. And we'll see later on in the year anyways how good the draft class actually ends up to be. How is Ottawa in the standings? That's my question currently. I'm assuming pretty bad, because they got... Well, Mrazek could help them out a lot. They're actually 6 points back of a playoff spot, but they're still below 500, so hopefully they go on a major losing streak and drop considerably. So let's go another month. So game up here against the Rangers. Hopefully we could turn it around with that line change, and we get a nice 8-3 win. That's what I like to see. Making a subtle line change, and we've scored 8 goals actually in back-to-back games. Damn. I've never seen that happen in the NHL, where a team scores that much in 2 straight games. We were on a 4-game winning streak, but it's ended, and now hopefully we could start a new one here. Yep, 2 games in a row. Make it 3, guys, please. Yep, that line change has definitely helped out our offense, it seems like, at least. and our defensive game maybe a bit more. So scouting assignment, let's scout some American defensemen, because considering we're an American team, why not? A game against Vegas and we lose 3-0. Game against Pittsburgh, we lose 6-1. Yeah, now we're on a losing streak, but it's ended with a win over Florida, another loss, and another win. So that month was kind of like a 50-50 month, but it was better definitely than the first 2 months. So Teravainen's still playing actually really good, 34 points in 38 games, and we're only 1 point back of the Columbus Blue Jackets currently, so we're still fighting for that playoff spot. There's a couple teams that actually are dropping out a bit, but we could still actually fall quite a bit too, because the last team in our division is 7 points behind us only. So it is a tight race in the Metro, just like it always seems to be. Let's continue our simulation. Hopefully we could win that game against Columbus that is during this month, or any game against our division. That would be huge if we could just win games against our division. Especially, there you go. There's a win over Nashville. Game against LA. And, oh, that is not good. I was not expecting injuries like that. Nedeljkovic has been injured with a mild concussion until January the 28th. So it's going to ride on the youngster Igor Ulanov if we could actually potentially make the playoffs, I think. And we could call up Jack LaFontaine, so he's going to get his chance to actually play in the NHL as well. So I want to go roster moves. Alright, yeah, I want to go roster moves. What is it doing? Oh, yeah, what is this? Okay. Yeah, because I'm going to contain, and LaFontaine will actually get a chance to play in the NHL as well. Considering he had a really good season with the AHL last year, I think he could potentially be a really good NHL goaltender too, so who knows, maybe he will help us out a lot as well. So we'll just put him in there, but hopefully Ulanov gets more starts. There you go. Wait, did that say Salmonen was in the NHL? Oh, the guy I traded for, I've left him as a scratch goaltender. I'm going to have to send him down to the minors, because I did not mean to do that, to be honest. Let's go roster moves, and okay. So yeah, I'm going to send down Salmonen, and he could be the AHL starter down there. I don't know why I kept him up here, because now we currently have like 4 goalies up here. So there you go, Salmonen, you could go down. Sorry about this micromanaging, guys. Yeah, Havla, you could stay as the backup, and oh, the computer signed us Morozov as well. God damn it. Whatever. Salmonen, you could play as the AHL starter, and there you go. So let's just switch it like that. Hopefully we could continue playing good without Nedeljkovic. Wasn't expecting him to go down with an injury, because goalie injuries don't happen necessarily too often. No, thank you. Wow, we've actually played really good defensively in our last 4 games, only allowing like 1 goal a game. There's a loss. There's another nice win. Damn, these 2 goaltenders might actually be really good. And Nedeljkovic is back. Let's just quickly check how LaFontaine played before we scratch him. Ulanov's up to an 80. Woohoo, that's good. And LaFontaine is still an 80. And he's actually, wow, played really good to start off his NHL career. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to send him down, though, because I'm not sending down Ulanov, who he struggled a bit, actually, this year so far. But, yeah, we will put in Nedeljkovic here. And then I go to scratched. And, yeah, LaFontaine, you're going to have to go down, unfortunately. Despite you playing really good, I don't want to scratch Ulanov, because Ulanov is our future #1 goaltender until we get Steen in. So LaFontaine, he doesn't actually go through waivers as well, which is really nice, because he would probably be easily claimed. And then we'll put him in as the starting goaltender down here. Yeah, you know what? Actually, let's replace Salmonen for now. There you go, LaFontaine. He dropped to a 79, just probably because of morale. I'll put Salmonen as the backup this time. There you go. Game against Vegas. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he had a mild concussion last time. Yeah, Djokovic has been re-injured with a mild concussion, so I'm going to have to change up the lines again, or the goaltending situation again. So I'll see you guys up here in a second. Okay, there you go, guys. LaFontaine's back in, and he jumped back up to an 80 again, so it seems like he wants to be here in the NHL, but unfortunately that's not always going to happen. I think next time when Nedeljkovic is back from injury, I'm going to wait till he's fully healed, just because I don't want him to get re-injured again. Okay, so at February 1st, we are 25, 18, and 7, and our AHL team is playing pretty decently as well. Are we in a playoff spot? Yes, we currently are. Columbus has the last wildcard spot at 51 points, but we have a wildcard spot at 57 points. So we're working our way up the standings, that is for sure. Let's take a look at our player stats so far. See what lines are badly minused and whatnot. Looks like not a lot of lines are minus. Yeah, minus players on the team are the bottom 6, it looks like, mostly, because Victor Rask is only a +1, that's weird. But Aston Reese is a -1, Gauthier is a -5, Roy is -6, Bean a -7, Kempe a -8, Mata a -9. And goaltending situation, yeah, Ulanov's not had the greatest rookie season, but he's probably going to be a starting goaltender for next year still, because he's learning, obviously. Okay. I don't think I'm going to make line changes still, but if we drop a lot of games, then I definitely will. So that is all the point production so far. Let's check the AHL players for points, because I want to check those prospects. So Barrett Hayton's up to a 78 now. He might be NHL bound next year, which is pretty good, considering he was a third rounder. Yeah, he was a third round pick. Gordon Gibbons has got 22 points, and he's a +17 and up to a 73. So definitely a very good first season for Gordon Gibbons. Ross Fritz has 21 points. He's a +10, so he's actually producing as well, up to a 74. Nice. Malone in his first season has got 21 points as well, so that's good news. Poyet's got 18 points, and he's growing. So that is what I like to see. And yeah, the goaltending situation, LaFontaine he was the reason they were winning so many games. Like, even when he gets called up to the NHL, the team probably plays pretty good. Let's just check the progress reports again quickly, because I want to check how good Sven Steen is growing, our franchise goaltender. Hopefully he will jump up to the AHL club next season. And some of our other prospects as well I'm curious about. Wow, okay, Arvidsson, the medium elite defenseman I drafted last year, is up to a 64 already, and we're not even done the season. Joe Steves is up to a 56. He's growing, not too bad. Emery, 54. Okay, Whitmore's up to a 66. Might take him a bit before he gets to the NHL still. Malone, Sven Steen up to a 64, so definitely he's going to be in the AHL next year. He might jump into the NHL by like 22 or 23, which means he's going to be a bit of a late bloomer going into the NHL, but I'm still okay with that. Okay, so let's continue with the simulation. Just one more month up to the deadline. If we are definitely way in a playoff spot, I might just continue simulating, just because it's not far from the end of the season. And it depends if we actually want to make any trades too. And we're getting offered Evgeny Svechnikov in a 5th for our first round pick in this year's draft. Now we have our first from Ottawa, which could potentially still be a lottery pick, so it might be okay to move out this first soon. But I don't feel comfortable right now doing that, because right now we're 25 and 25 basically, so it's kind of a risky one to do. So I'm not going to do it just yet, just because I don't want it to fall into lottery contention. But if it's something maybe at the deadline that I get offered, maybe I will do that. But I don't know where I would slot somebody like Evgeny Svechnikov in. I do not want Paul Ledoux. Come on, guys, let's win a lot of games here. We're not playing the greatest to start off this month. Our only win came in a shootout, and we're getting offered Yakupov for our first and a fourth. Even though Yakupov is a good player, I don't want to take that trade just yet. Like I said, I don't want to move the first unless I know for sure we're a playoff team. JT Miller and Joe Colborne. Wow, JT Miller. That's a pretty interesting player to pick up. Huh. Damn, he's actually a pretty good player, but yeah, I don't know where I would slot him in the lineup. Like, currently on our left wing core. Okay, Aho grew back up again. Yeah, I don't know where I would slot him in, to be honest. And then Joe Colborne as well. He would be like a kind of a depth guy for us instead of a fourth liner. Like, it helps us out a lot, but I don't really, like I said, want to give up that first just yet, as we've been dropping a couple games in the last little bit so far. And Jelkovic is back. I'm just going to continue for now until it says that he is back fully. And there you go. He's recovered from his injury. So now I could edit the lines again, guys, and I'll see you guys back up here in a second. Okay, guys, so Ulanov is back, or not Ulanov. LaFontaine is back in the minors, so let's continue with our simulation for the next 2 weeks. Hopefully we keep winning quite a few of these games going up to the deadline, because I want to make sure we get that playoff spot. So game against Washington, we lose. Come on, guys, we got to get some wins here, especially against Eastern Conference teams. That trade offer is a really nice trade offer. Like, I would take JT Miller and Joe Colborne to help other team out, but right now it's just because, like, that first, it's like, it could be just a lottery pick, and that would not be good. Come on, guys, win some games. This month has been pretty bad so far. Hopefully March is a lot better. Nick Kerdeals. He's actually a decent fourth liner, isn't he? I think. Unless he's listed as like a third liner. Fourth line forward, 79 overall. We'd have to scratch Kapanen is the only problem. So I'm not going to do that. I don't know why his defensive stats aren't even that good, Kerdeals. Because I think usually he's pretty good defensively. Damn, we are losing a lot of games here. I'm going to stop the simulation in a bit. Well, we're actually almost at the deadline already. So let's just go right up to the deadline. Because we've dropped a lot of games this month. Yeah, we dropped like mostly all of them. Something has definitely not clicked. And we're now not even in the playoff spot. We're out of the playoff spot by 1 point. I'm going to definitely have to make some line changes. I don't think I'm going to make trades, because I don't actually mind if we miss the playoffs, but I want to still try at least for that playoff spot. Yeah, you know what? We're going to put Kapanen up, because Kapanen's a better offensively minded forward. We could put Goche. Let's see, Anderson. You know what? I'm going to put Anderson. Yeah, like that. Yeah, I think this is what I'm going to do. Give Kapanen the second line ice time, because I should have actually done that during the regular season, because Kapanen is way more of an offensive player than any of those other guys. Yeah, I think that's the move I'm going to make with the Lions, because I think that could help us out offensively minded, or our offense. I don't even know what I was just saying. I'm a loss for words today, so this episode's already running at 30 minutes, so I am going to end this one here. I'll show you guys the trading block, even though I'm going to be pre-recording, like I said, a lot of the episodes. So I'm probably going to maybe try and get to the playoffs still. But right now it does not look good for us, at least this season. Like, we're only 1 point back, but we're dropping. So I'm going to see if there's anything afterwards that I want to trade for that helps us out. Or maybe we go in a rebuild, I don't know. Yeah, it seems like a lot of veterans. There is some good young guys available as well. Yeah, most of them, I don't know. Maybe there is something that will be up there. I'll have to check afterwards, because I'm just kind of scrolling through this fast. Okay, so that is the trading block, guys. And yeah, that is it for this episode. I'm not going to show you guys all the player stats and stuff for now, because I just kind of want to get the season done with in next episode, and I'll show you guys all the stats at the end of the season. So like I said, currently we are only 1 point back, so we could still technically make it. Hopefully we can. Ottawa is kind of dropping out of the mix of the playoffs, so hopefully they keep dropping. because they could still technically drop pretty far. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of our Carolina Hurricanes franchise mode. So next episode, like I said, we will do the rest of the season simulation, and hopefully we could get to the playoffs. If not, better luck next time. So thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next time.